Alright, hi everybody, looks like I'm live. Right. I am about 15 minutes early today because I'm gonna have to leave about an hour early, so I wanted to start a bit earlier to kind of make up. So this will be a slightly shorter stream, but I think we should still be able to get some stuff done. Let's just not waste any time. So I was working on the end game interface, and right now I'm doing the just a hook for our button object so that the game logic can interact with the Unity interface in a cleaner way than how I did it in the lobby. So right here we were doing interactable, now we've got to take care of the other events such as visible and the text. So do the simple listener. Okay, so we'll refresh. This one is visible. And this is just private void function. And Unity button game object set active false, or we set it to whatever the visible value is at this point in time. And then the last one is the text. So logic button text subscribe new simple listener. Oop, I forgot to tweet that I was going live, so let me do that real quick. I already have it all lined up to go. Alright. So simple listener, and here it's a string instead of a boolean. Refresh text, one more parenthesis, and then we'll call the function here as well, just like we did for the other attributes. And this Unity button, I think you just call, what is the, oh, okay, let's just see how I did it here. Oh, okay, the thing is that text component is actually a child of the button, so private text. This should be private as well. And so then all we have to do is text equals Unity button get component and children. So text, yeah, and then we just set the text value here. Alright, so I think that's all set up. Alright. And then let's go to the play scene. At the canvas, we have the button created. So if I add the button hook, and then, oh yeah, we have a lot of these enumerations, so you gotta scroll down. That's why sometimes it's better to separate this out into another enumeration just for the interface, but for this game over screen we're only going to really have this forfeit button and then an OK button to go back to the lobby, so Alright, so is that all we have to do for the forfeit? I guess we can just try it and see how it goes. And then, okay, so waiting for this to load, and then got to start up the editor as the host. So right now I'm going to check to see that everything... Oh, I just realized something we did forget. Okay, so yeah, we can cancel all this. Fine. This takes a while to load, so... So we need to also get the event when the button is clicked. So Unity button on click equals. So let's just take this out of the. Okay, so we actually add a listener. And we can just do the same thing we did here. So logic button dot press message dot send. Okay, so now when you click it will call this function. I think oh, and then I think in the forfeit button controller, yeah, we didn't actually subscribe to that message yet. So, oh, we did subscribe right here. I'm just not doing anything yet. And then I just need to get this messenger so we can tell the rest of the game that the button was clicked. Get a register message, opponent keys, yeah, forfeit game. Oops. Okay, and then right here when this function is called, we just need to call forfeit message send. And let's see, what do I actually use this event already? Okay, I did do that. Match manager, watch this for this event, and then okay, it's actually a command. Alright. Alright, and then yeah, we implemented that, so but I do need to change this because it's a command instead of a message. And the only difference between that is that a command just has one handler while a message can have multiple listeners. Alright, so I think that's all set up. So let's rebuild it again. I guess first make sure we got no errors. Right. Okay. And we'll start these up. Load up the chess mod. Alright. And so if I press the forfeit button, okay, that shouldn't let me do anything anymore when I press the forfeit button. Okay, well, let's just move something here and see. Oh, it's not this person's turn. Yeah, when I press the forfeit button, it should let's see, so what happens? Maybe this isn't being called. Well, there's a few possibilities. Oh, well, first of all, this still says button. It doesn't say forfeit, so something is not refreshing. Let's see. I added this right here. So I guess let's just add a debug thing here. Log button hook started. Just to make sure this is running correctly. We didn't get any errors, did we? Oh, we did get an error right here. Button hook start. Okay, so yeah. Right here, I think. Did I not register it right? Oh, I think it's on the chess scene. I didn't create this object yet. So new forfeit button controller. I think it's in its own namespace. Play UI. Okay. Alright, so we'll start this up again. Okay, so now if I click forfeit. Okay, so yeah, it sent end of turn to the server. Okay, and it was actually... Oh yeah, this time the client was first player, so... What? So end of turn state forfeit. Server end of turn reply was client win. Game over type. What is going on? Okay, so I think what happened here is we received the end of turn state from the server, because see, here we got the end of game type is loss, but then afterwards we moved the piece which we got from the notify opponent action received, and I think there's some weirdness going on with the state that's making it think that oh yeah, see, it even keeps on sending client the end of turn. Okay, so this is something we can look at. I guess one. See, right now I have you able to forfeit when it's not your turn. which I guess we can keep. Another thing that we might want to add is maybe a turn timer in case the other player just stops doing anything, but I mean there's no like ranking in this game, so it doesn't really matter if you just quit. So I guess we probably should add just a quit button as well. I don't know. Anyway, so I think what's happening, turn manager, so I guess, so if you get those messages out of order, what happens? The match manager gets receive end of turn state, and then it just changes it to choosing. Well, so if you got that, and then opponent turn action watcher, we got on receive action, then it sends this choice made event. Okay, which is handled by the turn manager. Subscribes handle choice made. Okay, so what we have to do, I think, what is it? Find all references, and then so do end of turn. Okay, so the problem was happening because when you forfeit the game, it sends this end of turn state to the server. So I think we need something else here. Turn state sent to server. Because really, before we start the next turn, we have to wait until we get the end of turn state from the server and also the opponent move. But then if the opponent... Okay, so I think the easiest way to do this is kind of switch around how we handle the forfeiting and actually make forfeit an actual action. Which I guess makes sense. Okay, the only problem now is you can only do an action when it's actually your turn. I'm trying to think about how other games handle this. I guess it doesn't really make sense to forfeit when it's not your turn. You could just, I mean, nothing's stopping you from just leaving the game, which is kind of the same thing, except you would incur penalties in most games, but see, I think we'll just do it this way. Okay, so now the turn, that simplifies things quite a bit actually, because now the turn chooser will be the one that watches for the forfeit action. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, so the turn chooser. Right, private void forfeit game command. So on action chosen. Okay, so what we'll do here, actually move this farther down. Okay, so if states.state equals, let's do a switch actually because there'll be two. So if we're in the choose piece, also this choose action wait, which is kind of intermediate, and then choose action. Then, so first we need to create the new action. Turn action equals new, and then action dot components, and action dot components add new turn action component, and all we have to do here is type equals forfeit. And then we just do this. Okay. And so let's change this forfeit button controller. So we really don't care about this turn and match state anymore. We only care about the turn chooser state. Okay, so let's chooser state. And button dot interactable value. This will always be true, and we'll just change the visibility. I guess I should, so these are the same type of word. We should change this to visibility. Okay, and then chooser state. I'm pretty sure I can get this. Choose turn chooser state. Okay, and again, let's do a switch. do the same thing where it's choose piece, choose action, or also piece chosen weight. And the visibility equals true here. Oops, why did it do that? Let's actually accidentally grab the next line up. Default, and here the visibility will be false. Okay. So now the only other thing I have to do is see where else this component type is used and make sure I accommodate the new type. For it, okay, that's the actual definition. Oh, this is the message, so that's fine. Okay, so this. Okay, I guess we can do this. Okay, so well, how it works is that if it's any other type and the types are equal, then they're true, so that's fine. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so if it's a forfeit type, we don't actually do anything here. But we don't throw an error because it's not a bad component type. So what is this? Get board position. Okay, this is for indicators. The indicator should never be past this. So yeah, we can just leave it at 0. Win condition checker. Okay, yeah, this is the helping functions for the scripts. Indicator type, nothing for forfeit. Turn option calculator. Okay, yeah, this is fine because the scripts can't ever return this type. Just looking over here. Okay. I thought that. Interesting. I thought it would be actually used in the server and client things. That's what I was looking for. Server send board action. Okay, that's just relaying it. Down here. Okay, this is what I was looking for, but we just copy the type verbatim, so no translation taking place there. Okay. So now the only thing we have to do, we've got a bunch of junk open right now. Turn manager. So we just send a success or not. Let's see, the match manager. Okay, so yeah, we need to change this from just a boolean to some kind of enumeration, because right now we basically have success or error, but we also need to add a forfeit type. So Let me do that. Let's see, so public enum turn action execution result. I guess that's fine. Okay, I always have none for 0. So we've got success, error, and forfeit. Another way we could do this is, oh, this wasn't supposed to be in the turn chooser actually, is have the turn manager set some flag when there's a forfeit. I don't think it makes much difference. Okay, so that's it. So now this won't be just a boolean, it would be the turn action execution result. I guess we should have it start off with success. And then if there's an error, then we change the result to error. And then if there's ever a forfeit, we change the result to forfeit. Okay, and we need to change this handle end of turns type to send the result instead of just a boolean. That's longer. Trying to clean this up a bit. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to search for everywhere this component key is used so I can change the type in all places as well. Okay, and then this function is the last thing. Let's change that to result, and then right here we'll just switch result case success, and if it's a success then we'll call the script to evaluate the end of turn state, like win or loss. If it's forfeit and overtype, I think I already have a okay, so I added forfeit here at the end of turn state. Guess I'll need to add it here as well. Although scripts will never return that, just to make it easier. Break. And last but not least, well, instead of just explicitly putting error there, I'll just do default, because any other type here would be unexpected, so we'll just return an error. Okay. So I don't need this anymore. Okay, so now we shouldn't have that weird out of order messages from the server. I'm also not sure why I kept sending this. Maybe again it had something to do with the state messing up. Let's build and run and see what happens. Alright, start up chess. Okay, so whose turn? Okay, so it's this player's turn, and you can see the forfeit button doesn't show up here. There's actually another thing we should add is some indicator that it's your turn, but so I clicked forfeit. Type forfeit, end of turn state. Okay, so why did it send error for the end of turn state? I must have messed up somewhere. Oh, okay, I didn't update the cheat detector. So the reason that this fired is because what this does is it calls the turn calculator for whatever piece we got from the server, and then it tries to make sure that the action given to us by the server is also valid on our end. And if it's not valid, then it's likely the other player has edited their mod scripts. So then it says cheating detected. But since current options can never include a forfeit action, that's why it's telling that there was a cheating detected. So let's see. Okay, another thing is that this would have search piece would be invalid. Turn chooser. So action search piece equals new -1, -1. Okay, so what I should do first maybe is so we'll always just say it's fine if the action has one component and that component type is forfeit. Okay, one thing I need to make sure. I wonder, can we ever be given an action with negative components? I mean, an action with null components is what I meant to say. Let's see, component action received. Okay, no, it always creates one, so that's good to see. Okay, so if count is 1 and action components type is forfeit, let's change this to valid action. Alright. And then in any other case, we'll do the old algorithm to check to see if our local files will also give us that possible action. Okay, so let's try this again. Because the reason, yeah, we got the cheating detected, and then trying to see what is the order here, because we still get forfeit there. Oh, because it still sends the action even if it's a bad one. We get end of turn state error. Okay, so let's see why that happened. Oh, okay. at match manager. So the overtime was successfully forfeit. Oh, I forgot to map this here. So if it's forfeit, then turn state equals forfeit as well. Alright. Okay, so let's try it all again. Okay, join here, and this will be the host again. Okay, so this time, this is a player. Click forfeit, let's see what happens. Okay, so game over type forfeit and a turn state forfeit. And the server sent back a tie. Oh, because if both players forfeit, then it sends back a tie. The player, okay. Yeah, let's actually change that. Oh well, no, it doesn't work that way. I was gonna say we should change it and just return forfeit if either player returns forfeit, but okay, now the reason that is happening is because when we receive the action from the opponent, it sends this choice made event. And then it carries out the actions. So really, what should happen is this opponent turn action watcher, it should kind of like strip out this forfeit action. It seems a little hacky to do that though, because the forfeit action doesn't need to be. Maybe something better to do would be to send as if the turn manager knew if this action was, like what player executed the action. Okay, well, I think that's what we can do. Let's see. So actually what we'll do here is if board.activePlayer equals board.localPlayer, then we'll set forfeit. Otherwise we just ignore this. Okay, yeah, that's simpler than what I was thinking about doing. Okay, so yeah, let's test it one more time and see if we get the result I want. Okay, so this player will forfeit. Okay, so we send forfeit, end of turn forfeit. We get back client win, okay, and the end of game type is loss, which is what we want. And now if I open up this log file and go down to the bottom, should be able to see, yeah, the end of game type is win. Okay, good, so that's all perfect. Okay, so now the match manager. Okay, so yeah, if it's not undecided, it doesn't call this next turn and it changes the state to match state end, and that's when we would pull up the game over screen. Which maybe we should just make a separate scene, because we don't need any of this other stuff around. I don't know, maybe you'd want to look at the board at the end. Yeah, probably, because if we just cleared the board, then you wouldn't be able to see the last turn that actually caused the win or loss. So okay, so we'll leave everything up. Okay, so let's see, we got so game over screen. So, Moddable Chess. One thing we'll have here is private button, and this will be the exit button. And we also will need another class, a lot like the button, but for text. And the text is basically the same as a button, except it doesn't have the interactable or press fields. So it just has visible and text. We should maybe change the name, because otherwise we're going to be saying text.text, which is a little confusing. Let's see. Let's call it text display. And I'll change the name of this file to match. Sometimes it does that automatically. I don't know why it doesn't always, but it's not a huge deal, I guess. Okay, so that's really all for this class, and then we'll go back to the game over screen and we'll have private text display header and then state text. And public game over screen. And this will take the chess scene. Right, some other things we'll need is the state machine for the match state. I think that's it. Also, the match manager sends out this game over message, so we'll need to listen to that. Let's get rid of those. So first we'll set up these exit button things. So scene, components, get or register, component screen, oh wait, component keys. So this will be end screen, exit button. And so exit button text is exit. Oh, I gotta save value. And exit button visibility is false at the start. What does it not like about this? Oh, I don't call that right there. I just give it the function. Alright, and so header text equals scene components register text display, and this will be end screen header text display.create, and here the text, we really only need this hook to change the visibility on and off, because the text will always be constant. And this is just match end. It's fine, I guess. Visibility value equals false. And I'll copy and paste this for the state text. So right now we don't, it'll just be empty. And this will be the end screen state. Or let's change this to result text. That result makes more sense. Please. Okay, that was weird. I never had that pop up. Alright, so this, I'll change this to result text as well. Alright, now we gotta get the match state machine equals scene components get or register state machine component keys. I think this is match state. Oh. Okay, and then I need to subscribe to interstate. Simple listener and so this is on match state change. Okay, so basically bool end state equals match state. Okay, and then exit button dot visibility equals in end state, and same thing for the text. And result text dot visibility. Okay, and then we also need to watch the this game over message, which tells us the type of game over. So scene components. subscribe. Let's move this down to another line. Gets a new simple listener, and this will be on game end message. What's wrong with this? Oh, I need to do the type. What is the enumeration called? Is that it? Guess I should really make sure before I go any farther. Yeah, game end type. Oh, I had it right there. Okay, so now we'll just switch the type, and for each one we'll set a different string into the result text. Okay, so the first result text value equals error. No, it's not that fun, but I guess this should actually be the default. Okay, so we got case when break. We also have loss and tie. Okay, I think that's really all I have to do here. So then I'll go to the chess scene and create this object. So new play UI game over screen. Oh, I also have to listen for when you click the exit button. Okay, so that is exit button, press message, subscribe, new simple listener. Okay, yeah, it's just a typeless on exit pressed. Okay, and I'll move this down to the bottom. I'm not sure what we'll do here, so I guess we'd want to go back to the lobby. So we'll probably need, I guess what I'll do is I'll just create a message here. The message, exit to lobby. Equals scene components get or register. Yeah, let's do a command actually, because we only want one thing to handle this. Int component keys. Should I call this end screen exit pressed. And then maybe I'll have the actual chess scene listen for that message. Let's see. So components. Why'd the music stop? Or is it just really quiet? Alright, well I restarted it, not sure what was going on there. So get or register, this will be a command. Component keys. exit screen. Alright, so end screen exit pressed. And we'll have the handler. This will be exit to lobby. And so this will be game controller equals new lobby scene. Where is it? Right there. Is it not like that? Oh, it needs the actual moddable chess game. Okay. Looking good. So now let's trying to remember. Oh, we need to actually make the buttons up here. So okay, so we will need another button for the exit button. Let's not make this isometric. Could try to set this. So I kind of want that to be in the center. Maybe it'd be more farther to the bottom actually. Alright. And then we'll change this type here to end game exit button. And then, okay, let's make another text object. I'll just duplicate this one. So it needs to be a lot bigger than that, that's for sure. And what does it have here? Text, dimensions, I forget what it's called. Yeah, content size fitter. Whoa. Where'd that number come from? Okay, so this is the header. Our end screen header. And why is it not showing up? Does it not like me changing the size, maybe? How did I do it in the lobby? I don't want that. Because I know I have some titles that are bigger here. Okay, so I guess it just only supports certain sizes, maybe. I don't have a whole lot of experience with the Unity UI. Oh, it's still not showing up. Why is that? Oh, okay, I need to set this to preferred size and also preferred size. Okay, yeah, that was a problem. Okay, and so I guess we could just set header here. It will be updated by the script. put it or anchor it to the top. The button should actually just be at the top, I think. It's not going to be perfect. I really like working on UI stuff in general, but I just want to get this out the door quickly so we can move on. Let's see. This is result. It's kind of hard to see with that skybox gradient. Okay, I'll just do that for now. Alright, and then, okay, so we have the hook there. I need to add the, oh, I actually haven't created that yet. New object. Okay, so what did I call this one? The play UI button hook, so I'll call the other one the play UI text hook. And it's a mono behavior. And set a namespace, Moddable Chess, Unity, and I'll kind of just copy the button hook as much as I can. Alright, so no button here. Using text. Okay, and this is actually text display, so we'll call this logic text. Okay, so we don't have interactable. We do have those two, and no clicking. Oops. Alright, no interactable. Okay, I think that's everything there. So now I just gotta add that new object here. And so the header, just skip to the bottom, so header text, and then the result text. Okay, so now let's test this real quick. Okay, I'll just have time for this and then I'll have to go, so hopefully it works. Alright, I forgot to click this button. Okay, and then if I forfeit here, okay, so we got, no, that's right, it's just because if you click on this, it kind of like opens and closes the errors. So match end loss, and this should say match end win. If I exit, oh, okay, it's kind of hard to see, but it actually does start the lobby in the background, but it doesn't switch Unity scenes. because you can see it's sending lobbies messages. Yeah, so I need to fix that, but it works for the most part, so that's good. But yeah, I have to leave early today, unfortunately. Usually I stream about at least an hour more. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming out and watching today. Feel free to follow and so be notified when I go live tomorrow at about 5 Eastern. And again, usually I stream for 2 hours, just today is a little different, so I do apologize for that. But I hope to see you tomorrow, and thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.